Hey everybody, our verse today comes to us from Romans chapter 8, verse 34. And it reads like this. Christ Jesus who died, more than that, he was raised to life, is at the right hand of God and is also interceding for us. You know, I think about the story of the woman caught in adultery when I read a verse like that. I don't know if you've ever pictured that story or ever really thought about it, but it seems pretty evident that the woman was set up. To be caught in the act of adultery seems too suspicious for it not to be a setup. If you can imagine her accusers marching her down the narrow streets and throwing her down before the holiest judge of all. And they said, "Teacher, this woman was caught in the very act of adultery. The law of Moses says to stone her. What do you say?" And Jesus stood on behalf of the woman and kind of placed himself between him and this lynch mob, and he said, "All right, that's fine, but let the first one to throw the stone be one who has never sinned." And then he stooped down and he wrote in the dust. And we don't know what he wrote down in the dirt. But the name callers shut their mouths. The rocks fell out of their hands and fell to the ground. Accusers slipped away one by one by one. Jesus stands up for you too. In the presence of God, in defiance of Satan, he will rise to your defense and offer a future free of blame, not just from your past mistakes, but also from the ones that are ahead of us. Christ stands forever on our behalf. You know, we will always have critics. We will always have people that are just going after us. But we'll always also have an advocate in Jesus. The one who loved us enough to die for us is ready to stick up for you. Anytime, anywhere. And so the Message version of that verse I read earlier, I really like, because it says, in the presence of God at this very moment, he's sticking up for us. That's powerful. I want you to remember that today as you go throughout your day, and maybe you make a mistake or two or three or five. We have an advocate who's on our side. When we place our faith in him, when we trust in him to be that advocate, to be that person who is sticking up for us. If you haven't done that, I want to encourage you to do that.